When you hear the words climate change, what do you think of? The first image that comes to our minds is probably of an ocean warming, animals dying, or trees being cut down. But climate change is so much more than that. In fact, the greatest single impact of a climate emergency could be on human migration. These climate refugees are forced to leave their homes as a result of environmental impacts such as drought, flooding, sea level rise, and extreme weather events, amongst others. As a drought occurs, people realize the threat to their life and go to seek a safer and more humane way of life elsewhere. As a flood sweeps through, homes are destroyed and millions are left to find another place to live. As extreme weather events tear through towns and destroy everything around them, people are left to go seek a better quality of life. You get it. Innocently, their homes and the places that perhaps they've known their entire lives are taken from them. By 2050, there are expected to be 250 million climate refugees. That is almost 4 times the current population of the UK, which in itself already consists of 4 countries. During our lifetime, these figures will likely enter the billions. The current number of climate refugees is also expected to double over the next 5 years, i.e., less time than it takes to make it through primary school. An inadvertent cause of the climate emergency in certain countries is civil war, unrest, violence, and fighting over land and territory due to the lack of resources such as food and water often created by the crisis. This leads to displacement of groups of people and therefore the climate refugee crisis. GlobalCitizen.org reminds us that climate change isn't simply this remote thing that scientists will work out. It's a problem of global scale, and we all need to pay attention to the human cost that it creates. It's key that we look around and appreciate the privilege we live in right now, without many extreme weather events and an extremely minimal amount of rare flooding. Despite both the pandemic and climate emergency currently unfolding, we are very fortunate. I cannot stress enough that so many right now are stranded in a refugee camp or without a roof over their heads, in transit looking for a better way of life due to the lack of sustainability and care for this planet. It is a human right to move safely and legally, and the effects of climate change have already stripped people of that. That is why it is so key that as a part of this fight against the climate emergency, we campaign for humane and empowering policies that aim to protect those who have to migrate as a result of the climate crisis. As I was working on this speech, I was shocked by the lack of information I was able to find surrounding this topic. We must raise awareness, research, and consider our own actions and the effects it has on others, and how we could be contributing to the climate refugee crisis ourselves. After all, as proven here, you never know when your home might suddenly be taken away from you.